today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
56 right there.
On first down, it's Haskins. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
To Jeremy Sprinkle.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
No!
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They give it to Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Haskins pass.
So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete. But no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On play action. Allen, if you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We're scoreless after 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. The ball comes out.
Haskins pass complete to
CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
a gain of 10. And the Washington.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Haskins to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington. Touchdown.
Complete.
Steven Sims Jr., his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10. At their own
second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time, Allen will throw. Hit as he... He throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
7-yard line.
And off comes to Peterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Peterson on the carry.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
A gain of 9 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. 23 yards the pickup there. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now Haskins on first down. Benjamin's got it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 24.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
8-yard line.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Are you serious?
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Allen again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
I got you, boy. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Allen now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Recovered by Washington.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
1st and 10.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone.
After review of the play.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That was a big run that got them down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
Washington 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big... And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Touchdown.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
The kick is good.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I can't believe they even let you play. Right there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He gets it to Sims, complete.
Haskins pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Jalen Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. On 1st down, Allen. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that, there's been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Running out of the wild.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Bring it!
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. face the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Haskins. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
A gain of 17 yards.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's complete. It's Sims.
Haskins pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The first down screen pass, good for 5. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Here's Haskins to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Dallas, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.